Texans Mike Vrabel looking for improved tackling fundamentals. Cincinnati, Ohio. The conversations surrounding the Texans' vaunted defense kept revolving around one theme during the entire offseason: the highly anticipated healthy return of three-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year J.J. Watt was expected to potentially transform the NFL's top-ranked defense from a year ago into a special, dominant wrecking crew. The idea was that having Watt work in tandem with Pro Bowl pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney, outside linebacker Whitney Mercilus and second-team All-Pro inside linebacker Benardrick McKinney would create a disruptive force against quarterbacks and stonewall running backs. None of that transpired, though, during a 29-7 shellacking against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They allowed 155 rushing yards as they were repeatedly pounded by rookie running back Leonard Fournette, with the former LSU standout rushing for 100 yards. Fournette punished the Texans' linebackers and defensive backs for extra yardage, at least 60 of his yards coming after first contact. By the count of Texans coach Bill O'Brien, there were at least 10 missed tackles. "We have to do a better job on defense of setting the edge and building a wall," O'Brien said. "We have to tackle better." It wasn't the kind of debut that new Texans defensive coordinator Mike Vrabel had envisioned at all. "I don't think we tackled very well," Vrabel said. "We missed tackles. That's frustrating. We try to play a clean operation. We need to play better, but as far as too many guys on the field, rushing around, not having the right personnel out there, that was okay for that, but we're pros so we should be able to do that. We just have to play better." Texans outside linebacker Whitney Mercilus predicted that the Texans will bounce back for their Thursday night game against the Cincinnati Bengals. "A lot of things were on us," he said. "Missed tackles, missed assignments, things like that. We've moved on from it. It's how you're going to respond. We keep our heads held up high." Bengals quarterback Andy Dalton, a Katy native, is coming off a similarly uncharacteristically poor performance. Against the Baltimore Ravens, Dalton had 5 turnovers, including 4 interceptions. "It felt like everything that could go wrong, kind of did go wrong," Dalton said. "For me, I've got to take care of the ball. A couple of tipped passes and different things happened that got away from me and from us. For me, I've got to do a better job of holding on and keeping it our possession. It happened. Not the start that we wanted to have, but for us, our mindset is we have 15 more. There's a long season ahead of us, and so we're pushing to do whatever we can to get a win this week on Thursday." Playing against Dalton, who has a quick release, the Texans know they need to get to him fast to create any pressure. "The thing is, with the quick release and quick passes, you're obviously not going to get there," Mercilus said. "We need to get our hands up and play tight coverage and get tipped balls and get ball disruptions." The Bengals are coming off a bad game, being shut out by the Ravens, but have plenty of talent in wide receiver A.J. Green and running backs Giovanni Bernard, Joe Mixon, and Jeremy Hill. "We are talking about a team that can play 12 with 3 different tight ends, 3 different backs, 11 personnel with 3 different backs," Vrabel said. "So, we've got plenty to worry about." One issue the Texans had was gap control, with defensive linemen getting out of position and making big holes, gaping ones in the front 7. Middle linebacker Brian Cushing, who has been suspended 10 games for violating the NFL performance-enhancing drug policy, played poorly and made bad reads before leaving the game with a suspension. There were some correctable fundamental issues plaguing the Texans' defense. "We preach. That was something that as a player I believed in. That is what allowed me to play outside linebacker in this league, was the fundamentals. It was getting your hands inside, hitting on the rise, shedding, not throwing off too soon, waiting for the ball to declare, being square in the run game," said Vrabel, a former New England Patriots All-Pro linebacker. Talked about the DBs and anybody that has a technique that's related to their position. "Whether it's running or throwing the football, we're trying to concentrate on that and just do the little things a little better and cover your guy. If it's a zone coverage, correct drop. If it's a pressure, correct gap." All those things. Watt was limited to 1 tackle and 1 quarterback pressure in his first regular season game since undergoing a pair of back surgeries last season. "We're looking forward to going out there and playing a game," Watt said. "Obviously, It's a good opponent on the road, quick turnaround. You just want to get back out there and put a good performance together so you can get this taste out of your mouth.